Ladies and gentlemen, and transgenders and non-binaries, and however you identify yourself, because we don't discriminate here.
Hey.
Good evening. Welcome to Ultra Heelz Wrestling Podcast, live from Bravery Studios, Clifton, New Jersey, on another Friday evening. I am your esteemed host, Mr. Darth Messiah, the Dark Side Savior, always and forever on his worst behavior. I don't get hard, I stay hard. Mr. DM, find me in your mama's DMs. Our other Ultra Heel will be with us shortly. And now I introduce the super producer, Mr. Noe Marv.
What up, what up? How's everybody doing? What up, Kev? What up, George F? We tapped in NEMS. What's up, good people? Says the commissioner.
Commissioner Calvin.
The commissioner's in the building.
The commissioner is always in the building. And George, how you doing, George? Ah, man. So, is the Rona over?
I'm scared to answer that because it sure looks like it does.
I think everybody just said I'm over it. We going back to normal life.
Yeah. I mean, you drive outside, you take a walk, it sure looks like it. George F says Mars the podcast game Rick Rubin. I'm looking like him right now. Shit, I got his hairline.
Yeah, keep growing that beard here.
Yeah.
Because I think his beard's like halfway down his chest at this point.
Yeah. You know, he has like the shaman look.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Calvin says, yes, can't have a show without the commish. Facts.
Correct.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I had an interesting day at work yesterday.
Oof. What happened?
Long story short, I had to apply the master lock to a customer.
Yo, okay, you're gonna have to tell me the steps to getting to this situation.
Okay, something about a stolen credit card. I didn't exactly see what had happened,
Oof.
but one of the other managers and my boss, they were like handling the situation. The person started to shove them. I ran halfway across the store because I'm about that. And I just grabbed him. I put him immediately into the master lock. And he started to scream like a little bitch. Because for anybody that knows like how the master lock works, it's an actual like shoot move. You can use it like an MMA, but it's really hard to do on a trained fighter. So once you lock your fingers behind that person's head, you have entire control of their upper body. So the more they struggle, the more pressure you put on their neck, and they can't do anything.
Yo, Darth, you're wild for that, bro. You're wild for that. Round of applause for Darth, man.
There won't be no lawsuit because security gave a copy of the video to the police, and he attacked first.
I'm saying, dude, that's nuts, bro. But I mean, shit, man, you're the Messiah, bro. I don't know if you could be mad at that. That's how Darth handles things, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Everybody's in the chat like, yo, don't get a lawsuit, man. You gotta love a swinging full Nelson, says Calvin.
Yes.
For real.
Yeah, I had him pressed up against the window with the full Nelson. Yeah. Yeah, that was an exciting day yesterday. Yeah.
I mean, your job got to hand you a medal or something, man. I mean,
oh no,
they don't cherish you, bro.
No. I'm lucky I get a paycheck. I'm lucky they let me go home at the end of the day.
Damn. I'm saying though, if you take a bullet for the job, man, you gotta get something in return. At least some free beer.
Yeah, right. Free beer.
Darth having his own pay-per-views at work.
Yeah. I've always dreamt of suplexing somebody through the window, so that was as close as it's gonna get.
If you know Darth's job, there's a lot of windows in that place. So
yeah, a lot of windows.
Yeah,
a lot of windows.
I can see that. I can see you fantasizing about that. They're gonna give him a soda pop. They said George F.
You know what's funny? One of the old guys in my store. Every time something happens, like if he'll bet you something, I buy you soda. This old Asian dude. Anytime he'll bet you something, don't worry, I buy you soda.
Yo,
it's funny that he says that.
I'll take that. I'll take that. It probably looked like one of those backstage brawls, says George.
Nah, it wasn't even that long. It wasn't even that long. Cause like I said, I saw him shoving my boss and the other manager, and I just darted across the store. As soon as I grabbed him, the situation was over. That was just because basically by the time I had him, like they were like the girl at the register was trying to call security. So by the time I had him for like a good like 20 seconds, security showed up.
Yo, they said the Darth Messiah Master Lock Challenge.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it was wild. It was wild.
I like that challenge, says George F. Damn, Jeps. Yo, but as far as my week goes, it's not as exciting as yours. I did go hiking today.
Okay.
Hopefully, there's something saw some snakes. Was one with nature today. I drove all the way up to Pompton Plains.
Damn.
Yeah, cause why not? You know, like I needed to like get some air, man.
Right.
I'm really starting to feel the effects of this thing, man, cause it's really hitting me that it's like, I can't do anything right now.
Right.
Damn, Marv, you ain't putting no one in the chicken wing? Nah, I didn't get to get physical with anybody, male or female, which is disappointing. So I really needed to get some kind of air. So yeah, we drove up to Pompton Plains, me and my buddy.
Uh-huh.
It took like an hour hike around the mountain, and it was cool, man. It was snakes. It was a lot of up climb. I had my walking stick. Yeah, it was cool.
Okay, Moses.
Yeah, I was parting the Red Sea out there, man. Damn. Yo, but
this sounds like a good time. I'm not really all that nature-ish, but
I'm not there either, man.
It sounds like a good time.
But when you have nothing to do, I burned through every show. I burned through everything, and it's like this is all I can do now is get physical. So might as well.
Definitely check out those those Facebook shows I was telling you about.
Yeah, Dark put me on some new stuff, so I'm definitely gonna check that out. That's for sure.
Yeah, since I like it, Big Job on Facebook.
He's
hilarious.
Check out Big Job on Facebook.
He's a comedian.
Yeah, man. So.
Particularly the lesbian homie and My Roommate Pays the Bills. Those are his best two series by far.
Oh yeah, George F says New York, New Jersey has great green areas. George F lives in the bricks areas, the cobblestone areas of the Bronx over there. So you get to see nature out there, George, at all? Take a trip to Central Park.
And Kelvin was saying he put somebody in a sharpshooter once.
Whoa, yo, round of applause for the commish, bro. I've never been able to get somebody on the ground like that. Like, I don't know. Like, usually when you do fall on the ground, it's because you threw a punch too hard and both of you guys, like, fell over or something.
Uh-huh.
But do a wraparound?
Back to the situation. I was waiting for that guy to start kicking because I was going to wrap my leg around him and then drop. And he wasn't going anywhere if we were on the ground.
Damn. Yeah, man.
Because that's the beauty of the full Nelson. If somebody starts using their legs, you just throw your leg around them and you fall back onto the ground. And now they can't kick.
Damn, Darth. I just had a vision of you doing that Undertaker thing where he walks on the ropes and holds your arm. But like you were doing it on like the cash register, like the little table where the cash register is. Yo, I just pictured that in my head. Like, damn, that would be so badass if Darth did that. Yo, Musholo Parkway is all green and grass and trees. Yo, shout out to Musholo Parkway. I don't know if I've ever been out there, Musholo Parkway. I've never heard of it.
I've never heard of it.
Yo, Darth getting trigger happy now. Yeah, word, bro. Darth. Once you get a taste of blood, Darth, you got to be careful, man. It's addicting.
I simply restrained his arms. That is all I did.
Yeah.
Because I know you can't strike him. You can't choke him. Oh, that's the other thing. He was trying to tell the cops that I choked him.
Oh, yeah, because he has to upplay it. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's like, nah, he didn't choke him.
Because really, you're not supposed to get physical with thieves or anything like that. You're supposed to like.
Well, if they strike first, it's fair game.
If they strike first, yes. And I guess because he was blocking the door and then he tried to like shimmy past your manager. I guess you were allowed to restrain him at least. Yo, you've been to my. I didn't see any forest out. Oh wait. Yeah, I think you did have like a forest outside your crib, bro, outside your house. But we got to put a pause in that conversation. I want to see somebody put in the torture rack, says Calvin.
Torture rack. That's yeah.
But yeah, man. Well, yo, maybe one day we'll talk about wrestling on this show, man.
Well, technically that was wrestling.
Yeah, facts. Yeah,
technically,
I guess.
Because I don't even know if Chris Masters is wrestling anymore. Come to think about it. I'm sure Kelvin knows.
Bro, rest in peace to this guy, man.
Oh,
lost
Shad.
at sea, man.
Yeah.
That's messed up, bro. I forgot who I was talking to that he said he really was a big fan of him just because he came out in Tim's. I forgot who it was. Somebody told me that. Cheyenne from the from Malcolm's podcast.
Okay.
The It's Friday. Yeah, man. He was like, yo, that was my dude, bro. He came out in Tim's, yo, and he, shout out to people wearing Tim's. Shout out to George F, man.
But how do we always end up talking about Tim's on the show?
I don't know, Darth. It happens, bro. It just happens.
Yeah,
it's our thing.
Well, I got on the Black Air Forces.
There you go. Round of applause for that.
That's just as bad.
All right. So was there more details that came out? Because all I heard was he rescued his son, right, and then he got taken by the Riptide.
Yeah, something about because whatever technical sea terminology.
Yeah.
Him and his son were going swimming, and it was really rough waters. The lifeguard came out to help them. He told the lifeguard to take his son, and then he got trapped by another wave, and they didn't find him for 3 days.
Bro, I'll be honest. I thought it was a joke because when I read the headline, wrestler lost at sea.
Yeah.
I really thought that was some comical, something stupid, like a meme or something. But it was real. I was like, wow, man, that happens.
Yeah.
Wow, that happens. And I heard riptides are vicious, bro. Like they'll drag you out, man. Like they'll take you.
Yeah, because it's I don't know how to describe it. I think it's like this weird like current like underneath the water. You don't see it. It's just like it's underneath the water, the surface of the water.
Something like that. It's like it's something that drags you out. It's like a channel of water just all speeding in a direction.
Yeah, yeah, something like that.
So like that's crazy. That's really nuts. But rest in peace to him, man, and condolences to the family. To answer your question, yes, Chris Masters still wrestles. He's on the indie circuit, says Kelvin.
Okay.
And Georgette says you want demon time, Darth. Always.
Always.
On his worst behavior. He says it in the intro, man.
Yes,
he says it on the intro.
Worst behavior, yes.
But yeah, man.
So the big thing this week, tomorrow night is Double or Nothing 2020 from All Elite Wrestling.
What are you thinking? Sting? We're getting Sting or what?
Well, funny you mention that because
that's the rumor.
He's now a free agent. He's no longer signed to WWE.
Exactly.
Also, Ric Flair.
Ooh.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ric Flair is also now a free agent.
What did I hear about Ric Flair? That he did the longest spear ever on the football field last week?
No. That was Hangman Page.
Oh, okay.
That was Adam Page. That was on Dynamite. He ran the entire length of the football field to do a clothesline.
Damn, bro. Damn.
In cowboy boots, mind you.
Damn. Yo, that's crazy. I can't imagine that.
Yes. Yeah, Adam Page is he's a real one.
Yeah. So yeah, man, getting back to Sting, you think we're gonna get him over there?
On short notice, I don't think so.
Really?
No. Because first of all, your feature is Mike Tyson.
Yeah, that's true. Sting would steal the stage from Mike.
Yeah, why would you have Sting or Ric Flair show up if Mike Tyson is supposed to be your draw?
Yeah. I don't know. It just would be such a big win for AEW if they pull that off, though.
I mean, I see it happening over time. Because Sting, I don't think Sting has any real allegiance to WWE. Like, he'll just like, oh, I'll just wait till the next time they need me.
Bro, Sting was the reason that so many wrestlers left WWE to go to WCW. Him and Ric Flair were the ones like scouting.
Yeah.
I think Sting's was Sting the one that found Hogan at the gym or something and told him to come over?
No, wasn't that was Macho Man, wasn't it?
Was it? No, I think it was Sting, bro.
Was it?
I think he saw him at the gym and was like, yo, come by. But also Diamond Dallas Page was another scouter. But yeah, man, I don't know. I'd be excited to see Sting. That would be dope. I'm still not gonna get that Taker Sting match that I want, but
yeah.
Would it be a good match anyway at this point?
No, it would not. No, it would not.
Yo, who's gonna get knocked out by Mike Tyson?
Yes, we were trying to answer that question last week. I said Shawn Spears. I think Alex said Lance Archer, which I think is a poor choice because why is your potential champion / Murder Hawk being the one taking a punch?
Yeah, man.
It's got to be some sort of like asshole that takes the punch.
Yeah, it has to be a heel guy. That's for sure. You want the champ to do it, he's going to make him look weak.
So if I reconsider, I'd probably go with like, I don't know. Let's see. Lance Archer. Yeah, I really don't. Because in that situation, it really doesn't make sense for any other heels to be around the ring during that. Well, obviously they'll have people around the ring because that's what they're doing. But I'm trying to think who would approach Mike Tyson just randomly, because I wouldn't use MJF because you don't want to take the heat off of him.
That's what Kelvin just wrote in the chat that he wants to see. Or
MJF?
He says MJF, yeah.
I don't know. I would want to do like Sammy Guevara, because he's just got that face that you want to punch in a good way, because that means he's doing his job.
Yeah, definitely.
Or again, like I said, Sean Spears, because who the fuck cares about Sean Spears? But yeah, anyway, back to the pay-per-view. So while we're talking about Lance Archer, he's in the finals of the TNT Championship match against Cody. And this past week on Dynamite, Lance Archer's manager, Jake Roberts, had a face-to-face with Cody's manager, Arn Anderson. Which people were joking on the internet, was like, what if they have a match? That would be pretty ugly, because I think Jake Roberts is like 70-something.
Yeah, like
and then Arn Anderson in his late 60s. Like, yeah, that's gonna.
We're still pulling in, even with AEW, they're still pulling in all these old people to do all these like pops, and it's like,
and which I find weird, because does the indie crowd really care about people from that generation?
Nah.
I think it's counterintuitive.
Yeah, you know more than me. I don't know, man. I know me personally, I'm not really getting excited. Even if I was to think about it, even seeing Mike Tyson get in there, like, he's old too.
Well, yeah, he's got a fucking gray beard.
He does. But he did put out that video of him like going in on that punching bag. So,
well,
I mean,
Mike Tyson famously did say, it's all fun and games until you get hit back. So I don't see him going boxing again, because if he gets hit, it's over.
Yeah.
He's going down like a shitstorm.
Yeah. Kelvin just wrote, I want to see Sammy Guevara get the sex god knocked out of him.
Wow. But yeah, this is pretty much set up for Lance Archer to win. There's no reason for Cody to win. Well, technically, he does have a reason to win, because he'd be avenging the win over Dustin Rhodes. He's got the stipulation where he's not allowed to challenge for the world championship. So it's like, oh, this will be his chance to have a championship. But you're not having Lance Archer lose. That doesn't make any sense.
Another question for you: is Dustin done? Is it over?
I'm not sure, because it was the first round match that Dustin had against who was it? Let me scroll down here. Against Colt Cabana. No, not Colt Cabana. Kip Sabian, where he made his stipulation that if I lose, I'm retiring.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that carried over to the Lance Archer match. But
don't know either. But I heard the rumor in the industry is actually that he's retired after this. It's a wrap.
I can see him having another match too. And again, that's weird, because he's been having better matches in his late 40s than he did in his 20s.
Yeah, man. Yeah, his last run at WWE was even good.
Yeah.
Even that was good.
He's in such great shape in his older age. He's trimmed down. He's faster. He put on really great matches at the end of his WWE career.
Yeah, totally agree with that. Totally agree.
We also have, speaking of devil, MJF with Wardlow, of course, versus Jungle Boy. I think these two matches are the ones that I really want to see the most, because MJF is by far the greatest traditional heel in wrestling right now on any promotion. Well, we do have Chris Jericho.
Yeah, man.
There is Nick Aldis. So he's in the conversation. We'll say top 5. He's in the conversation, top 5. But again, for being so young, he's 24 years old, and to have that much charisma and dedication to your character, and he stays in that character even when he's not wrestling. Like, did we tell you the story about he went to a book signing or something and he flipped off a little kid?
No, I didn't hear that. It's the first I'm hearing of it. Damn, that's crazy.
He was at some promo event, and a little kid comes up with his dad to get an autograph from MJF, and he signed an autograph, but then he wanted to take a picture. So like he turned sideways and stared at the kid, and he just put the middle finger to the kid. And
Holy crap!
And the kid started crying.
Holy crap! That's badass, man. That's badass. That's pretty badass, man.
Hey, he lives his gimmick. That's what you got to do.
You do, definitely.
Otherwise, you don't get a good, documentary at the end of your career like The Undertaker. Mm-hmm. And The Last Ride is an excellent, excellent documentary.
You caught that, huh? I haven't seen it yet. I did watch Dark Side of the Ring, but I'm gonna wait for Alex to get here. I want to hear his opinion on it. Hardbody.
Was this week's Owen Hart?
Yep.
Okay, I will watch that Sunday.
Yes. Can't wait for Alex to show up.
Okay. I will definitely, because it's mostly like his wife talking about it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely got to see. Yeah, this is the one I've been waiting for. Because like I said, the last couple ones, I don't even think I'm gonna go back and watch them because they're not really that big of a deal to me.
Yo, it's a lot of wrestlers from like the 80s and stuff for the last couple episodes, and I don't have any memories of them, and I don't know them, so it's kind of hard for me to get interested in the stories.
Right.
Like I never knew Snuka. I heard his name, but I never knew Snuka. Never knew. Actually, no. The Legion of Doom one was pretty good.
Right.
The Legion of Doom was pretty good, but there's also things we knew already.
Yeah, I don't feel like that one really revealed any really deep secrets.
No.
Because we all knew like the Hawk had a drug problem or whatever, but
yeah.
Basically, he just told the problems he was having.
Yeah, some of the episodes are more for people who don't know the stories.
Yeah.
Because if you're a wrestling fan, you're gonna be like, I know all of this already. Which I always thought that was gonna be a problem with you, especially because you already know everything.
Nah, not quite, but
yeah, you most.
Not quite.
Most. What was the questions called at the end of the show? The disillusion.
I forgot.
We got to bring that back, man. Bring it back. One day I'll convince you.
That was on a previous
previous incarnation.
Yes, previous incarnation. Yeah, so that's the next match. MJF versus Jungle Boy. Also, Wardlow, MJF's enforcer, he's been having this thing with Luchasaurus, who is Jungle Boy's tag partner. So there might be some funny business around the ring during that match. We also have our AEW World Championship, Jon Moxley versus Mr. Brody Lee. And for the last couple of weeks, Brody Lee has been holding the AEW Championship hostage. Jon Moxley has not seen or touched the championship in several weeks now. Yeah. Now, ironically, Jon Moxley, formerly Dean Ambrose, once did the same thing to AJ Styles in WWE. He jacked the championship. He held it for a couple weeks leading into a pay-per-view and then lost the match.
Yeah, I remember that.
So Brody Lee will most likely be losing. And I think this is a very uneventful main event.
Yeah, Kelvin in the chat says I enjoyed Dark Side of the Ring. Yeah, we'll get to it towards the end. I do have a lot to say about it. Did y'all see how Rey Fenix fell outside of the ring?
Yeah. Yeah, that was a bad bump. He went for some sort of like dive, and they didn't catch him. And he landed on his tailbone hard.
Oh. Sounds like someone's making a glorious entrance right now.
Glorious. And I will defend till I'm victorious.
I think that was the most sincere I've ever heard, but I appreciate it and love it still from Dark.
Is your camera on, bro?
Nah, my camera's actually my phone's in the living room. I threw my Bluetooth on and jumped in the call immediately, so I wouldn't miss anything.
Oh, nice. So we got Alex the Heel in the chat, guys, or in the video, his voice at least.
I'm about to say y'all can hear the voice of guys speaking through your rumbling.
Yes. You took my place now.
All right, real quick, what's your thoughts on Cody and Lance Archer?
Yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Just,
okay. MJF and Jungle Boy.
I find it entertaining, and I kind of want to see them do some more stuff.
Okay. The World Championship match: Jon Moxley, Brody Lee.
Dean Ambrose and what you call it, Luke Harper.
Luke Harper, yes. For the Intercontinental Championship, which everybody's been mentioning on the internet. Next up, we got the women's championship. It's Nyla Rose versus Hikaru Shida, who's on a she was on a
win streak.
She was on an 11-match win streak until this past week where she lost the tag match. It was her and Chris Statlander versus Nyla Rose and Britt Baker. I believe Britt Baker is legitimately hurt in that match because Statlander and Shida suplexed Nyla Rose onto Britt Baker, and after that spot, Britt Baker was not involved in the match for the rest of the night.
You know, I kind of missed that match.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. It was a lot better than most stuff we've seen recently.
It wasn't. It just okay. AEW women's division reminds me of the Divas division. It's something that I can't get into unless it's like something I really kind of want to see.
Yeah.
So if it's nothing I want to see, I won't watch it at all. Like, no offense to them. I think they're doing something, you know, they're doing something different than WWE, but it's just their matches are not entertaining to me right now.
Right. And we have another.
Y'all can call to come back, then I can be entertained.
Yes.
I don't think she's coming back, to be honest.
I think she got a taste of Hollywood.
She might have like her farewell match, but other than that, I think that's it for her.
Well,
Acting, bro. He called the acting bug.
Yeah. Well, speaking of women's, we have another women's match on the pay-per-view. We have Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, versus Chris Statlander.
Kelvin said he heard that Britt Baker tore his ACL.
Yeah. I was saying I'm pretty sure that was a legit injury she had, which means Adam Cole's gonna have to ice down her legs.
Baby.
Her legs. Maybe you should show up with sound like Becky Lynch, baby.
Oh yeah, back to that. Well, when is Moxley gonna knock up Renee Young now?
Hey man, look, I don't know. You know, I don't think Vince would be high and mighty of his WWE star pregnant by AEW star.
Hey, shit happens. And speaking of that, that is the #1 liked post on the Ultra Heelz Instagram. That is Ultra Heelz Wrestling on Instagram. Thank you to the 868 people who liked the post.
Hey.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at us moving up in the world.
I went to sleep and it blew up. When I went to sleep, there was maybe like 100 and something likes, and I woke up and it was like 700.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know what we still need to do, right?
What?
We need to get in touch with Lito Rush because for some reason, since this man said he retired from wrestling, he's been on everybody's podcast. Small, big, doesn't matter. He's just been doing them.
Interesting.
Yeah, he was on Java Tears. He was on Java Tears. He was on some other one I follow. He was on this other dude that probably had no more viewers no more subscribers more than my other pop page.
Uh-huh.
And he did theirs too. Like, he's just been doing anybody. Like, he's not wrestling no more. He's more worried about his music right now. So anything wrestling related, he'll jump into and talk to people about it. But he's not doing it no more. He said, like, it's a complete thing done over him. You
know what's funny? Somebody was joking. Leo Rush should do a track with Real One, Enzo Amore.
That'll be dope.
First of all, one, I'd be down with that. Hell, I'd be down with him to do one with R-Truth right now.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and make that club banger and call it a day. Even though Lilo Rush got beef with Mark Henry, but that's a whole other story.
Yeah. Another match we have going on is the Elite with Matt Hardy versus the Inner Circle in the first ever Stadium Stampede match.
I still don't understand the rules to this. Can you please explain?
Okay, I clicked on the Google link.
So like I keep seeing it, but I'm like, I don't even know what that match can be a concept version of at all.
Google doesn't seem to have an explanation for it, even though there was a link.
Nobody knows.
There was a hyperlink for it, but there's no explanation. So fuck you, Google. You wasted my time.
The shadows.
Yeah. You're of no use to me, Google. You're of no use to me.
For the first time ever, Google is no use to somebody.
Okay. Oh, we were just talking about Dustin retiring. He's having a match at the pay-per-view. It's Dustin Rhodes versus Shawn Spears.
Oh, all right. Damn, why is that rumor going around? Maybe after that?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, maybe he's going to use that stipulation in this match and Shawn Spears wins. I don't know. And then our second main event, well, probably the opening match, but it's another... Basically, it's Money in the Bank. It's freaking Money in the Bank. It's the Casino Ladder match for a future shot at the AEW World Championship, consisting of Darby Allin, Colt Cabana, Orange Cassidy, Rey Fenix, Scorpio Sky, Kip Sabian, Frankie Kazarian, Luchasaurus, and another person to be named later.
That's how many people with that total? Like
That's
9?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, 9. Because they're still going to do the staggered entrance during this match where somebody's going to come out every 90 seconds and nobody can climb the ladder to reach for the briefcase until the 9th person comes out.
So let me get this straight. So it's a Royal Rumble style Money in the Bank.
Yes. The winner gets a poker chip to cash in.
I'm okay with that because that briefcase is, briefcase is kind of not cool since Damien Sandow had that leather-bound, beautiful briefcase.
It was an attaché case, as they like to call it, an attaché case.
That shit was a beautiful case. Everybody's case has just been trashed.
Basically. Yeah, honestly, there's only 3 matches I really want to see. The Cody Lance Archer, because I just want to see how bad Lance Archer is going to beat the fuck out of Cody.
That's going to be bad. First of all, if we know Cody and we know Dustin, and we know the one thing they do best.
Bleed.
Nobody does it better than them guys.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I want to see MGF Jungle Boy, and I want to see the ladder match. Those are the only ones I really care about.
We got some time to that happen. What is that again? Like this week or next week?
That's tomorrow night.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
things going so fast now.
Yeah, tomorrow night, 7 p.m. I believe it starts. 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Starts at 8 p.m.
No, we haven't gone to Raw yet.
Yeah, we were just covering the pay-per-view. And anything else from Dynamite you want to mention? Because I pretty much covered Dynamite as we talked about the pay-per-view.
One thing I would have mentioned about Dynamite is Sammy Guevara throwing that throwback picture of him and Le Champion when he was small. That's funny as hell still.
Yeah,
and
that is. It's so.
Phoenix breaking his damn tailbone.
Yeah, it's that picture's so funny. I want to call it shenanigans. But I'll accept it. I'll accept it. Oh! I know what else I wanted to mention. Marco Stunt getting his ass beat again.
At this point now, it's almost like a normal thing for Marco Stunt.
Also Pac is back. He sent in a promo to talk shit about Orange Cassidy and who else? Yeah, Orange Cassidy and the Best Friends.
You taking a piss over there, Alex?
Nah, bro. I looked at my refrigerator and there's some milk in there. That shit was so spoiled it started lumping up inside the bottle.
Oh, I don't need those details. I hate lumpy milk. I hate seeing it. I hate looking at it, thinking of it.
Lumpy milk. Lumpy milk.
I'm good.
Like I picked it up and you see the milk flowing around in like a clear substance. Yeah, that's gotta get pulled out of the
Ouch.
And in the world of WWE, we now have Mrs. Charlotte-3-Shows.
Yes.
Charlotte is now on every brand. She appeared last week.
Charlotte is now the Roman Reigns of the women's division going forward.
She appeared last week on SmackDown to confront Bayley, telling Bayley to confront Sasha mostly, saying, why are you playing suckle fiddle to Bayley? Bayley's not the real superstar. You are. Why are you saving her all the time? And then this week on SmackDown, we have champion versus champion. We have SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley versus NXT Women's Champion Charlotte. Charlotte then also appeared on Raw to face Ruby Riott. Charlotte also appeared on NXT, being that she's the NXT Women's Champion, even though she's a Raw superstar. And she interrupted the number one contenders match between Io Shirai and Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley sold the hell out of that spear from Charlotte, says Kelvin.
Yes, she did.
Hell yeah.
Yes, she did.
Rhea Ripley knows her job and she knows her place in WWE.
And that is to lay down for the queen.
Yeah, well, Charlotte, like I said, Charlotte's down the Roman Reigns of WWE. She just show up where she sees she needs fit.
Well, she's actually good though. I don't know. She's actually good. I don't know if you could put that on Roman.
Yeah, okay, Roman could have been good if he wasn't pushed down people's throat. Charlotte wasn't pushed down people's throat. They let her show how good she was before they start pushing her down people's throats. It's the difference. You show off the talent, you push them down their throat. But you don't show off no talent, you just want to try to get them to be the top star. It makes people not want to see what they can really do.
I like Charlotte. Right I like Charlotte, but it will get bad if it's like too much Charlotte,
It's going to be too much Charlotte now, but the simple fact that you're not letting Sasha wrestle. Bayley right now is like a heel, but she's not she's not the star she was when she was face. And you don't have Becky Lynch anymore. Mm-hmm. And there's really nobody you can really build up between them four. So Charlotte's going to be used as much as they can. She's literally about to be Roman Reigns.
She's carrying the whole women's division.
She can.
Yeah, well,
on all 3 shows.
Yep.
Damn.
Charlotte-3-Shows. That's her name.
Yeah, she's carrying all 3 shows women's division. That's crazy.
And that is thanks to the new brand-to-brand invitational. King Corbin appeared on Raw this week. He's a SmackDown superstar.
I think it's a wild card thing, right?
Yes, the wild card rule 2.0.
Stupid.
Now, however, I don't remember where I saw this. Apparently, there's a limit to how many times you can appear on another brand.
That rule is going to go out the window the day they need it.
Bingo.
Yeah, that rule is going to go out the window.
Because if Charlotte's already appearing twice on SmackDown 2 weeks in a row, I'm pretty sure they're going to change the limit. I think they said the limit is 4. So she's already halfway there, 2 weeks into it.
It's going to make it not a big deal when they have a draft. Like, whatever, this guy's going to show up on any show anyway.
Yeah.
I really missed the old school way where there was just one champion, you just travel to both shows. It made it better.
Could do that too.
Now you just jump from show to show. It's just like, at this point now, it's like, why don't you just jump from show to show? Why don't you just have everybody just show up at night and just wrestle every damn day?
Yep. You have 5 world champions. You have 5 tag team champions. You have 5 women's champions.
Yeah, it's
too much.
Too much. Too much.
Yep. Also on SmackDown, which I found pretty interesting, they had, was it Braun Strowman and Otis versus, Miz and Morrison? And
now, you know what? I enjoyed that match. That was a funny ass tag team match.
I wouldn't even say funny. It was just, I liked the dynamic that they had with Otis and Braun Strowman.
Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, Tucker about to be one of them guys. He about to get that black paper. He's about to be sitting at home like everybody else.
Yo, that's funny because the whole thing was, Otis was like, I need a partner. You have a fucking tag team partner. What do you need a partner for?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, what Otis really meant to say was, Mr. Man told me I need a partner, and I can't use my tag team partner.
There we go. That's what it was. But yeah, so
I used the world champ. See how I got the briefcase.
So after the match was over, Otis hinted at cashing in on Braun Strowman. And then he was like, "Hey, I'm just playing, buddy. Just playing."
He said, "Just joke. I'm playing. The main hero came out there, and the whole situation just died down at that."
Yeah. Oh, also we had Gulak versus Daniel Bryan. That was a really good match.
Yeah, and then that was the end of Gulak right after that match.
Well, not entirely. Allegedly, he's not actually gone. They're into re-signing him. Or no, his contract expired and they want to sign him to a new deal.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's only going to sign with them for the payment that he asked for, because he said he want to get paid more, and they're going to use him more. He don't want to get paid the little money he's getting like he was doing for 205 Live,
Right.
and be wrestling on SmackDown like every night. So you know how that's going to be. The money already tight, and they had them people. You think they're going to really try to negotiate paying him just a little bit more or keep him on TV for the time being?
That's true.
They're trying to save money the best way they can.
To kick off Raw, Edge came back to Raw to accept the challenge from Randy Orton to have what do they keep saying? A straight up wrestling match.
A straight up wrestling match.
I heard it's going to be the greatest match of all time, apparently.
And I find it sad that we have to announce that we're having a straight up wrestling match. Why do they not normally occur?
Well, you know why they don't normally occur. Because it doesn't pull in ratings for people that want to really see those kind of matches against certain people. Randy, I ain't gonna lie, Randy and Edge is a match I would just rather see them wrestle than rather see them have any kind of stipulation to their match. Because them just wrestling back in the day, the matches were just cool as fuck. They didn't really need no hardcore match, no walk anywhere. Them just wrestling alone were just cool matches.
Well, let's go back 30 seconds. We were just talking about Gulak and Daniel Bryan. They had a straight up wrestling match. That was entertaining as hell on SmackDown.
Yeah, but you also got to think about it. Everybody know Daniel Bryan is a straight up wrestler. Everybody know Gulak is a straight up wrestler. You know they're gonna let them two do what they want. But Edge and Randy, they've been there a little bit longer than Daniel. They're known for being the top dogs, and they're not top dogs no more like they used to. So you got to kind of announce what the hell they're gonna do. Because you know Randy will wrestle one match, and we won't see Randy for like 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna go home and make more babies.
Man, that man need to snip that. He snip. And matter of fact, help me snip mine, and then he can snip his.
What is Randy on? Baby number 6, the one his wife is pregnant with now?
Yeah, his wife right now is pregnant. Yeah, well, the sad thing is he only has really 4 with her. She already had 2 before she met him.
Oh, okay.
So this new one right now is going to be the 4th one, but she had 2 before she met him.
Okay.
So he just claimed those all as his kids.
Oh, he's a nice man, claiming other people's kids.
Hey, man, you got to. Look at Heath Slater.
Heath's got kids.
He got kids. Yeah, he got kids. All them kids is all red hairs like him. It's fucking weird.
He got kids, but he ain't got no job. What else happened on Raw? Oh, Bobby Lashley squashed R-Truth again. We had the return of the Iconics. They lost to Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. The Iconics.
Oh yeah, didn't they lose their match?
Yeah, they lost to Nikki and Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, didn't they lose their match to them? And then Billy Kay slapped Peyton Royce.
Yeah, they're hinting at a breakup, which I don't like. They need to stay together.
Like, why would you break them up? You had them on TV for so goddamn long. Shit, you might let them just rock out and finish their little shit before you fully break them up.
Especially if
you did it with me. You did with Mandy and 600 the video. You could have broke them up a long time ago. You let them motherfuckers be together damn near forever before you finally decided to break them.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. You just broke up Mandy and Sonya. Why are you going to break up the Iconics like a month later?
Like, you need some kind of tag team that's going to be on one of these shows, because you already got the Kabuki Warriors there, and they kind of broke up. Now that what you call it, women's champion. Now you done broke up the Iconics. You really ain't got no more women's tag teams anymore.
Well, was the women's tag team ever really that important to begin with?
It was for WWE. Well, it was for the women after they had that Evolution, but then, seeing how they never going to get Evolution 2 or the Mae Young Classic 3, it's worth nothing now.
Bingo. Austin Theory, following a loss to, who was it, Buddy Murphy?
Yes.
No, I'm sorry, Aleister Black. He lost to Aleister Black.
He lost Aleister Black, and then he stayed outside that damn ring all the way over to the Seth Rollins in the segment.
And that was, somebody else did the same thing. It was Buddy Murphy, right? After he lost his match. Yeah. And that's how
Buddy Murphy lost his match to Aleister Black.
Yep.
He stayed out there, and then Seth Rollins took him in.
So Aleister Black is I guess he's the purveyor of messiahness, I guess you would call it.
I feel like Aleister Black is the God that sacrifices them, and Seth Rollins is the Jesus Christ that comes and gets them.
Nice.
There you go. So yeah, Austin Theory is now a disciple, I guess. He's no longer with Zelina Vega and her crew.
Yeah. And it sucks though, because we didn't get a chance to get them a good properly group name yet, because they were doing good as a group. I liked it.
Well,
I mean, they were losing a lot, but you know.
Shit, name another group that was in End Zone Cast, lost a lot, and them motherfuckers still was a group for a good amount of time.
Yeah. The Street Profits and the Viking Raiders had an axe throwing competition. I missed this segment. I don't know why.
It was funny as hell. It was way better than the basketball segment. Way the fuck better. Because, that's the Viking Raiders home turf. That's Viking shit. They throw axes.
Yeah.
They gave it to my Tavian Porter, and this motherfucker was throwing these bitches like 60 feet in the air, and it was only going like 3 feet away from him. Like it just really basically showed you the dynamics between the two groups on how they work. And it really showed that the Street Profits are good at basketball. They ain't good at axes. But the Viking Raiders are good at axes, and they're good at basketball.
Yeah. And then the main event was, once again, our brand-to-brand invitational person of the night, King Corbin versus WWE Champion Drew McIntyre. And we've seen this match several times. It was exactly the same. It was a snooze fest.
We saw it 1,000 times at the same time. It's one of the matches that was kind of like, it's one of the matches that was kind of making. King Corbin was using Drew and Bobby Lashley as his lackeys.
Yeah.
And then they all went their separate ways. Yep. And now one of the guys you had the lackey is the champion, you not champion, and one of the dudes that was also in that group wants to fight the champion. It kind of just get that little weird dynamic. Like, I kind of want to see all three of them have a fatal, like a triple threat match for the belt.
Yeah. NXT kicked off with Karrion Kross defeating Liam Gray, and Tommaso Ciampa came out to accept Karrion Kross's challenge for, I believe, the next TakeOver event.
Yeah, the house TakeOver.
Yeah. What else happened?
Man.
What was it? Akira Tozawa beat who the fuck did he beat? No, he lost to El Hijo Fantasma.
Yeah.
But that was a fucking awesome match, though.
It is, but they're making it seem like they're pushing our Tasma to be like the next big thing there.
Yeah. For some reason, I just realized that they're pushing this tournament like how New Japan does their tournament. Why am I blanking on the name of the fucking tournament?
Talking about junior heavyweight.
Yeah.
That junior heavyweight tournament in Japan is something serious. That shit like a two-day event of a fucking tournament. It's not even a fucking regular pay-per-view or match. It's just a goddamn tournament. It takes 2 days.
Yeah. But I like what's going on in the cruiserweight division now. They're giving them plenty of time to put on stellar matches every week.
Hell, look, it also shows you that cruiserweights with no crowd, no people yelling their names, and nobody giving them the energy they need, you motherfuckers go out there and still put on a bomb-ass match with nobody there. I want to know who's gonna win this belt though. I want to know who they're gonna favor to win this shit.
Drake Maverick. It's how he gets his job back.
That would make sense. The guy that doesn't work for the company wins the belt. Now you got to hire him back. Yeah, that makes sense.
For some reason, I miss every Dexter Lumis match. Everybody's saying he's like the next thing in NXT, along with Karrion Kross. So I think I have to go back and watch the Dexter Lumis matches now. Because although he lost to Roderick Strong, he still put a hurting on him before Undisputed Era came out to help Roderick Strong.
I'm telling you right now, he did put a hurt on him. When Velveteen Dream came out, he did his little elbow from the turnbuckle outside the ring over the fucking barricade onto onto Adam Cole.
Yeah.
I was like, bruh. Even though that was cinematically shot, that reminded me of 2K19.
And they screwed up because he turned mysteriously because he didn't land the same way he jumped.
Yeah, because he jumped off with his left elbow and nigga landed with his right.
Yeah. They fucked up big time on that one.
That shit. I was like, damn. So I was like, now those people will probably be impressed. But like I said, that might be a 2K19 shit. You know, you do an elbow down from inside the ring to the outside, and they land the wrong way from where they jumped off.
Yeah.
I think Triple H told Michaels in the back playing 2K19 a little too much, and they're like, yeah, we just gonna do this tonight.
We had Orny Lorcan and Danny Burch defeat Everrise. That was pretty much a squash match. Drake Maverick, he defeated Kushida. And then our main event was, like I said, Rhea Ripley and Io Shirai, but they were attacked by Charlotte Flair. I saw this joke the other day. What if Ricochet and Oni Lorcan become a tag team? You could call them the One and Oni. You know how Ricochet, they call him the One and Only? So you have the One and Oni.
I'm okay with this because I think the t-shirt will be popping. That shirt will sell. That shirt will sell immediately. Hell,
Yeah.
I'll buy a shirt just for that. And they were like, who the hell are these two people? Don't worry about who they is. The catchphrase is just cool.
Facts. You got any other news that I might have missed?
Nah, the same thing everybody else know about, from Crime Time. Shad Gaspar, still sad.
Yeah.
We got to get into this dark side of the ring, Alex.
Oh, yeah. Y'all talk about that.
Oh, no. I was going to make this quick because, it's already been all over the media. Everybody talked about it. I think every wrestler on the damn planet has talked about him. Triple H did a video phone call talking about him. Fucking actors have talked about this guy. Like, I didn't know this being touched that many people. Fucking hearts all across, like, all kinds of media, bro. Like, that shit is crazy. And the only people that probably made me feel more sad about this is Chris Masters and John Morrison. They flew down there and they stayed on the beach and like try to fucking also search for him on them days too.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that. You're right.
Yeah, they were down there searching. But I know Pro Wrestling Tees did a thing where the one shirt he has on his Instagram with his son that says Brooklyn's own and it's Mike Tyson. They did one that said Shad Gaspar, Brooklyn's own beast, a father and a hero, and all the proceeds go to his family. The shirt sold out, I think, in like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So like a lot of people are still like doing this, but my whole thing is I'm kind of worried about JTG.
You know how he likes
that
to
was his
disappear.
real brother.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But let's talk about this season finale of Dark Side of the Ring that got everybody talking. I've seen some people on Twitter that Lance Cage and Stevie Richards and Nova and DDP all talk about that, and it was like, bro, that was one of the hardest episodes to watch besides Chris Benoit.
I'm gonna come out and say it, man. I was kind of disappointed by it, to be honest with you.
What?
I was disappointed by it, and the main reason why I was disappointed is because they omitted so many facts from it. They didn't go into why the device malfunctioned. Like, it kind of like they showed the device. They explained it wasn't meant for, this type of work. It wasn't meant for ziplining. It was for boats or whatever. And she had it. She still has it, by the way, Darth. His wife has the thing, which was crazy. But I was disappointed because, one, they didn't explain about the situation where the cape was getting caught on the zip line, and that's why he was going to get choked to death if he didn't release it. They also didn't explain that Vince McMahon was the one that wanted a quick release.
Okay.
So I feel like they downplayed Vince's role in it. Like, they didn't want to make him look that bad. They still made him look bad, but not that bad where it's kind of his fault.
Like, they made him look bad, but they made him look bad without accusing him of being the reason why it happened.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
Now, did they bring up the fact that was the same company that did the apparatus for Sting in WCW?
They brought up Sting. They bought up. They were trying to mock Sting. They didn't say it was the same company that did Sting's thing.
I don't know. I heard that somewhere else a few years ago that it was the same company that did the Sting one.
But they did bring up Sting a lot. But all they said about Sting was that Vince was trying to mock Sting's zipline thing or whatever,
Right.
coming down from the rafters.
Now, didn't Shawn Michaels do it as well?
Yes, but
Okay.
a different company did it.
A different company. Okay.
Vince wanted to save money.
I'm about to say, Shawn Michaels one was more of a regular, like a real zip line.
Okay.
But as he got to the middle, his weight distribution was actually making the zip line go down slowly with weight. Well, what Vince wanted Owen to come out of the sky like how Sting did at WCW, and as soon as he got to the ground, it was a quick release, and it would go back up to the top. But everything went wrong from what Vince wanted to do.
Okay.
Yeah. So go ahead, Alex.
No, I was gonna say the only thing that fucking sucks is the last thing people remember hearing Owen Hart said before he hit the fucking mat was everybody went the way.
Watch
He didn't
out.
want to land on nobody.
Yeah.
Bro. Like, damn, I didn't like. All I know was he hit the mat and they took him in. I didn't think nobody heard that was his last words. Like that's like.
I think what JR said
that kind of hit hard.
What JR said also shocked me that he found out that Owen was dead, and then they said 10, 9, like the show was coming right back on. So they over the headset, they told JR, oh, yeah, he's dead. Also, you're going back on 10, 9, 8. And that's why he just didn't know what to do when he came back on. So in his head, he just was like, oh, I have to report Owen Hart has passed away. But, like, I guess he got heat for it because he wasn't supposed to say it live or something.
Yeah.
But he really he had no idea what else to say because it was just a quick thing. They were like, yeah, he's dead. Boom, you're on. So like he just came out and said it. But
man, they had to keep the show going at that time. It ain't like TV now where some shit bad happened and they canceled the show. Like back then, it was them fucking arenas used to be OD packed. Then like before COVID-19 and all this bullshit happened, you remember how the rings were? Like people were standing and sitting at the same time in the front. Like they were just OD packing these shits. I think they were going beyond the capacity of what they were supposed to have people into. Like just saying, fuck it, we can't cancel this show right now and like be refunding everybody the money. I think this is like, fuck it, we gotta keep the show going. We just gotta keep it moving. We can't stop the show. But goddamn, son, like that shit was sad because I remember that shit happening. I remember them showing the crowd off for a good amount of time.
Yep.
And I remember JR coming on TV and talking about it. And then I remember that the next match came out, and I know the wrestlers that came out like felt some type of way, but they had a job to do.
Yep. So I also was disappointed that they didn't talk to any of the authorities. In most episodes, there's like a cop, there's like a doctor that comes out, tells you another side of the story. I feel like everything they told was from the wife's point of view. There was no Hart Foundation, no Hart family. They probably couldn't get nobody. I don't knock it, but it's a little weird.
I don't think they got nobody. I just think nobody wants to still talk about it still.
That could be the truth.
Like
a cop though, I don't know. I feel like you could have found a cop that or something, somebody, whoever, the ambulance people, somebody, doctor.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if you could find the ambulance or the paramedics or anybody at that time that worked with WWE at that time to do it, because most of them people don't even work for the company no more, and they don't even deal with events and shit like that. So they probably did like what you call it with the Christian Watch story, and they wanted to talk to this dude that was married to Nancy. What was his name again? Kevin Sullivan.
Yeah.
Like they want to talk to him, but they said he denied talking to it. I think they tried. I think they tried to reach out to people, but people denied. They didn't want to. So they could what they had, but
yeah,
like even still, that's one of the saddest stories in WWE right now. Still to this day,
definitely sadder. But there's another YouTube channel that I think did a better job of covering the story, and it's called Behind the Titantron. If you guys want to like find a little more in-depth story, then I would say watch that.
Okay.
Probably. He's really good at going deep. The story.
Now with season 2 ending, what can they do for season 3?
I was going to bring that up because
Kelvin
asked that. He said, "What do you want to see in season 3?"
Draws.
I tell you what I want to see in season 3. I want to see Umaga.
Oh, okay.
I want to see Umaga because I know how he died, and I got the fucking I got his photo of him in the casket. Don't ask me who the fuck got that photo. It just appeared like this year online for the first time ever. And it got taken down. I think WWE found out and they took it down.
Right.
But I was able to get it before they took it down. But I kind of want to know his story of what happened with him. Because, he's still part of the Samoan family. So, their heritage goes so deep. And he was there for a good amount of time. So I like to see him. I like to see one of him and him. I like to see one of him. I like to see one of fucking Yokozuna.
Okay, in the spirit of New Jack, I want to see a Sandman story.
Oh my God.
Because that New Jack one was what made me start watching the series. Because New Jack was off the hook.
That's still my favorite episode. That's still my favorite one.
So I feel like Sandman would be the next closest thing.
Yeah. But
can we get one about the Nation?
Okay, I'm down with that. Down with the Nation.
Is there any controversy there though?
Yeah, because it kind of was. Cause remember, there was an all-black. There would have been all-black premises, all-black rights group, almost like the Black Panthers, going against that all-white group. And I don't know how that was fair and out for them, because I know they was getting heat for them to be an all-black group like that. They was getting heat in certain towns, and I know the white group they was facing was getting heat in certain towns too. So I know there's some bad blood and shit that happened that didn't bother them two groups, but I know some shit probably went down outside of wrestling between them, because think about it, none of them guys are affiliated with WWE. Like Farouk is affiliated with them when they need him, but he's not under their Legends contract. D'Lo isn't either.
Nope.
The Rock isn't also.
Nope.
Farouk isn't also, and Mark Henry's under contract with him, but Mark Henry's been doing interviews talking about every goddamn thing. He don't give a fuck.
Yep.
Yeah, the guys can do whatever they want now.
The whole entire nation. And look, we already seen Godfather and damn near 2 videos already.
Yeah, he was in this Own Heart one too. That's another thing. I don't know why they didn't ask the wrestlers how they felt about continuing the show. They didn't even ask the wrestlers that were there about it. So I don't know. I feel like there was facts missing from this telling of the story. But maybe that's just me.
We could do that story, or we could do we already had the rise and fall of ECW, but we could do somebody else at ECW besides New Jack. We could do somebody that was like another big name. We don't need RVD because we know that nigga like that motherfucker smoke pot and with this RVD. There's nothing controversial about him, but we can do one about Sabu.
Oh, Sabu?
Yeah.
Because Sabu was hooked on drugs too. Or we could do one of the Dudleys in ECW.
Okay.
Because remember, they was getting death threats in every town they was going to, and people was waiting for them outside. Like that can be a crazy ass story here, and hearing the story they got to talk about. There's a good couple of stories. Shit, mostly Dark Side of the Ring been doing a lot of one of WWE, but they don't do it most of ECW, WCW. Hell, I need to see some other people that's have some bad controversy. We already had the one with Dre the King Lawler. Everybody knows his story with him and what you call it.
Yeah.
But there's some other motherfuckers that did some shit like him too back then that also could have a story told. Because that UWF, that Cocaine Cowboy shit was funny as hell. Yeah. That was a funny episode. That wasn't even something I could take serious, but that shit was just funny because it was realistic.
The crucifix of Raven with barbed wire, said Kelvin.
Yeah.
Oh my God, son. To be honest, I don't know how long that would even be, because that just had to go right to that point and then end after that. Because then he had to come out there and apologize for that stupid shit.
Well, they could tell his opening, But Raven started as a surfer type gimmick. It's so crazy.
It's really
I
weird.
forgot what his
Tommy
name was.
Dreamer. Dreamer started off as a baby face. He started off as a baby face bodybuilder, ended up being this motherfucker we know now.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff they could do, a lot of places they can go.
Yep.
They ain't gonna run out of stories no time soon. I just don't know if they might have hit their peak with Benoit, New Jack, and Owen.
Yeah.
They might have hit the peak already with this season.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I feel like those 2 episodes should have been season finale for 3 seasons.
Yeah.
I feel like Crystal One should have been a season finale for the first season. It should have been a season finale. It should have been a 2-parter. And then Owen should have been a season finale for this, and then New Jack should have been season 3 season finale. Because those shits right there was just the top 3 fucking probably most viewed ones they had.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they don't even have to use wrestler stories. They can go into the steroids crisis.
That would be a good one.
That'd be a good one. Vince was catching so much flack for that one.
Shit. We could do one? We could do one about the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, Ultimate Warrior.
We could do one Ultimate Warrior.
I bet you they got that in the works.
We could do one Hill. We could do one of Hill. We could do one of the Steiner brothers before,
Oh, the
Rick
plane
Steiner
ride from
became-
hell.
Mm-hmm.
The plane ride from hell, Alex. Says Kelvin. That's happening.
Oh my god.
That's happening because they already got Scott Hall talking in some episodes. They got Scott Hall's interviews from some episodes. That's gonna happen. That's definitely gonna happen. Scott Hall. I mean, the plane ride from hell and the Ultra Warrior. That's a given for next season. I bet you.
Oh, so you know what we could do? We could do the real fall of ECW and have Kevin Nash and Eric Bischoff fucking tell how that shit really went down the way it did. Because we only got bits and pieces of what Kevin Nash said, and we only got bits and pieces of what Eric Bischoff said, but we don't got none from anybody else that was in WCW, like what really happened behind the scenes.
That'd be a good episode.
It's like so hush behind it.
Well, I feel like have you watched the Table of Three episode with Shane McMahon, Bruce Pritchard, and John Laurinaitis?
I started it, but then
because
I started it and then did something else and then
because they told that story how nobody knew for like 2 days except for John Laurinaitis, Eric Bischoff, and the lawyers. They were the only ones in WCW knew for like 2 days. And then Shane showed up, and then Shane told the entire WCW locker room that they had been bought out.
Oh, the Muhammad Hassan fake beheading Undertaker.
I don't think that deserves a full episode. That's just like a quick blurb.
Yeah, I don't know. But we do got to wrap up.
Yeah. Well, it's been fun, gentlemen.
Indeed it has.
Even though I came late.
Better late than never.
Facts.
Word.
And some people don't come at all.
That's what I expect.
Word.
So we're going to get out of here. I have been Darth Messiah, Mr. DM. Find me in your mama's DMs. And you, sir?
Naughty Marv, boss of the Bravehearts.
And you know me, Alex the motherfucking Hill, the Stanley of podcasting, and the leader of the Fucked Up Revolt, and Vince McMahon.
And we are out of here.